Hey, Grace Union Church, Pastor Bob here. Just want to take a few minutes and update everyone. This Sunday, July the 5th, begins phase 2 of our comeback to in-person services. Obviously, we've been in person. We'll continue to be in person. Here's some changes. Here's some things that are staying the same. We already released a video, but with the county updating and making masks mandatory in public, we've needed to adjust our plan here. So I'm going to fill you in on all of that. We will continue with 2 services to keep our service capacities low enough for people to safely social distance and spread out. So we'll continue to have service at 9 and 11 in person, as well as online on Facebook and on YouTube. And so we'll be here 9 and 11. Both services are now mask required due to the county mandate. There is one specific thing that addresses churches and restaurants within the county order. And so the county order allows for us, once we are in place in the service, to, if we choose, remove the mask to do things. And so you will definitely need to show up masked. You'll need to be masked as you're coming in, masked in the foyer, masked in the bathrooms, anywhere you go. The only, again, caveat given to churches and also to restaurants is that once you're seated in place, you have the choice to remove your mask if you so choose. And so that is what we will do. We will abide by what the county asks of us. So you'll need to, at any passing, in any interaction moment, you'll need to be masked. And so coming and going, any point at which you are not alone at your seat. And so that's the county standard on that going forward. And so we'll have both the 9 and the 11 with that in place. This week we also reopen our foyer, and so you're no longer being pushed out to the parking lot as soon as service ends. You're able to come in, you're able to interact. We will be watching very closely, helping people learn what social distancing looks like in the foyer. We'll need you to, of course, obviously be masked out there. We'll even have some stickers on the floor helping you figure out how close to stand for those close talkers out there. And so that's what's coming up with that. Coffee will return as well. We will have the coffee team actually pouring it and all of that for you so that we don't have any multi-touch surfaces, just trying to keep you safe. And so we foyer open, coffee returns, services at 9 and 11 are both the same, but we are also adding a special higher risk area. And so maybe you have some higher medical needs, you have some risk factors, and you don't want to be just out there in public with everyone. So for those folks, we have a separate entrance on the side of the building, on the parking lot side. So those folks will come in that separate entrance, and they will have the youth worship space where the service will be live streamed. They can spread out as much as they need to in there, and that area is for higher risk people, and the masks are required the entire time. There is no event in which in that room you can take off a mask. And so you'll have your own separate bathrooms, your own separate HVAC system, and so it should be a much more self-contained environment. And so that's going to be every Sunday starting this Sunday, July the 5th. A couple of things you need to know about is in July, we're going to have 2 soft opening Sundays for our kids ministry. We're very excited about that. July the 12th and the 26th in the 11 o'clock service only. We will have service for our preschool age kids and our elementary. And so those 2 areas of the children's ministry will be open and running those days in the 11 o'clock service only. So July 12th and 26th, and we're just basically doing a proof of concept. We're going to make whatever adjustments we need, and hopefully then after that, we can know exactly how we'll need to pull off kids ministry. And so we're excited for that to come back. So pumped about it. Youth services are resuming all through the month of July. Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock, we'll have youth events outside in the field. And so all of the county mandates apply for that as well. And so if you have any questions, especially about the kids stuff, please feel free to reach out, clarify anything you need to clarify. But we're excited to gather with you this Sunday. I know that the masks for some are great, for others they might be troubled, but we're excited to see that hospitalization numbers in St. Louis County continue to remain good as a positive sign of what's coming. In fact, the county has already announced dates in July for the removal of all business occupancy restrictions. And so it just kind of shows us that things are moving in the right direction, and if wearing a mask helps make sure that continues, then we're glad to go ahead and do that. And so I encourage you to join me in that. I'm going to paint a smile on my mask. I invite you to do the same. We're glad to do whatever we need to do to make sure that we can continue towards life as we know it. And so guys, God bless you. Can't wait to join with you as we go into phase 2 starting this Sunday, July 5th.